Hey everyone! So today I did this eyeshadow look using the Subculture palette from Anastasia. I'm sure you guys have all heard about it. It's been out for about a year now. Anyway, this to me is like, it is the perfect fall palette. Like the color scheme in here is just beautiful. And I know a lot of people had a really hard time with this formula of eyeshadow. It was a big controversy last year, but you know, I enjoy this palette. I find, yes, you do have to really work with the shadows. You have to really be careful with, you know, how you place them and how you use your brushes and all that, but I really think that if you take your time with this palette, you really can get very beautiful looks. And anyway, so today I played around with it and I'm really happy with the look that I came up with. So yeah, if you do still have this palette in your collection, I know a lot of people decluttered it, but if you do still have this palette, I would recommend, you know, just taking it out, having fun. Like, as with any eyeshadow, like makeup is supposed to be fun, and you know, at the end of the day, you take your makeup off, you can just take this out and just play with it and practice and work with your technique and all that, and I feel like you can really get beautiful looks out of this palette. So yeah, I brought it out and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, I'll zoom you guys in and show you the eyeshadow look. So yeah, this is the eyeshadow look that I created with the palette, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so my eyes are already prepped using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I also set that with the MAC eyeshadow in Blanc type. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Morphe R37 brush. I'm going to go into the shade Dawn, which is this one right here. And I'm just taking a little bit, I'm tapping off the excess, and I'm placing that up in my crease very lightly, very, very lightly. I'm barely touching the brush to my eyelid. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the shade Destiny, which is right beside, it's that green color. And I'm just getting a tiny little bit on my brush, tapping off the excess. And I'm gonna start placing this on top of the last color that I placed down. Just to deepen up that crease a little bit. And I'm just adding little bits of product at a time, just where these shadows are so pigmented. You don't want to go in too heavy at first. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm going to go back into the shade Destiny just to pick up a little bit more. And I'm going to place that a little bit lower in my crease. And I'm kind of going around in a C formation, just up into my eye socket a little bit. And I'm going about not quite halfway in. So building that in the outer corner, and then taking it up into the direct crease or the eye socket and only going in, I'm gonna say a third, a little bit more than a third. It's kind of like that. And I'm just taking that same Wet n Wild brush, and I'm just taking a little bit more of that green up into the crease a little bit. Just doing a lot of blending. Too, I don't know if it's picking up. You see those little lines that I get there? That's from texture on my eyelid. And one of the things that I do is I have this deluxe crease brush from Real Techniques, and this is a really dense fluffy brush. And if you just go like that, I find this brush is really good. It'll just kind of erase that line. All right, so using a MAC 239 brush, I'm going to go into the shade New Wave, which is this one right here. Again, tapping off the excess, and I'm placing that on my lid in the areas that I didn't place that green. And I'm going to go back in with that Wet n Wild crease brush, a little bit more of that green Destiny color. And blend out this edge just a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to take this pencil brush. This is kind of a larger pencil brush. It's from NYX and it's the number 15. And I'm going to go into that shade All Star right there. And I'm just dipping the tip right in, tapping off the excess. If you can see, I don't have very much. Focus. You can see I don't have very much on the tip. And I am placing that right above where I placed that yellow. And then I'm going to take a clean blending brush. This one is a Morphe M573, sorry, Morphe M573 brush. And I'm just going to blend that shade out a bit. This brush has a really fine kind of tapered end to it, so it really fits right in that eye socket, just to help blend. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of that Dawn shade on that same brush, and I'm just going to place that over top to kind of blend that in a little bit easier. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to go into the shade Electric, and I'm placing that over that yellow New Wave shade. I'm gonna go back in with the Wet n Wild shading brush, and I'm gonna go back into Destiny a tiny little bit. Just build back up on this corner here. And this corner. And I'm just gonna put a little bit more of that All Star shade back in my inner crease there. Just a tiny bit, just to build it back up where I lost it. That is what it's looking like so far. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take, now I could use Cube here, but I find that that shade is actually a little bit too iridescent pink for me. So I'm going to actually go in with this shade Tempera from the Modern Renaissance palette, just to highlight my brow bone. You could use any kind of like creamy white shade. I'm gonna go finish off the rest of my face, and I'm going to put on mascara and eyeliner, and I will be back to finish off the rest of the look. So I put on the rest of my makeup, and I lined the upper lash line with the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. I didn't do a wing. And then for mascara, I used a combination between the Benefit Bad Girl Bang and the Essence Lash Princess. So to finish off the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with, this is a BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. It's kind of like a pencil brush. And I'm gonna go into the shade Dawn. And again, I'm just taking a little bit, making sure to tap off the excess. And I am going to bring that under my eye, and I'm bringing it down quite far. All right, now I'm going to go into Destiny, just taking a little bit and with another pencil brush, this is a Sigma E30, I'm going to go into New Wave and place that where I didn't bring the green in. And then I'm going to go into Electric and place that over top. And I'm bringing Electric a little bit into the green. And to finish off the look, I'm going to go just with another, a larger pencil brush. I'm going to go into Cube, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to highlight my inner corner with that. So that's what that is looking like. And I'm going to tightline my lower lash line using the Marc Jacobs highliner in the shade Black. And I'm going to smudge that out a little bit using, this is an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. Alright, so now I'm going to finish off with some lower lash mascara. Alright, so that is the finished eye look. Really pretty for fall. Alright, so really quickly, I'm just going to tell you what I put on the rest of my face. For foundation, I used the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I am in the shade LN4 right now. For bronzer, I used the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. Concealer, I used the Too Faced Born This Way multi-sculpting concealer. I used the shade Swan mixed with the shade Porcelain. Contour, I used the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Ember. For blush, I used the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Plum Rose, which is a really, really pretty cool toned blush. Really, really good for this time of year. Oh my god, my cats are crazy. They're crazy. And for highlight, I used the Natasha Denona Super Glow Highlighter in the shade Light 1. Is it Light 1 or Fair 1? 01 Fair, sorry. And I just set my face using the Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed bringing out the Subculture palette again. I love this palette for a lot of reasons. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.